Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am making some Nsaka Madesu or Nsaka Madesu. So it depends on how you call it. How do you say it? Do you say Nsaka Madesu or do you say Nsaka Madesu? Whichever way you say it, that is what I'm making today. So welcome back to my kitchen. Right here I have my cassava leaves. I have put it in a pot. I'm going to cook it just the regular way we cook our cassava leaves. I'm gonna add water. I'm also gonna add my cut vegetable, my onions, my leeks, celery, green onions, whatever you put in your pondu. That's what I'm gonna put. And then I'm gonna add, for salt, I usually put regular salt or I use Maggi cubes for my pondu. Growing up in an African home, they will never teach you to cook by cups. Put a cup of this, put a pinch of that, put a tablespoon of this. So what I did was I used half of that pondu pack I showed you in the beginning. I used half of that. I used one onion. I used a quarter of that leeks. I used 2 stems of celery and I used half of a bell pepper. So, and also, instead of using Maggi cube, I just used this 1 pack of chicken bouillon for flavor and some salt. And also I will be grating a little bit of nutmeg in here also. Because in the African home, when they teach you how to cook, they teach you to cook with your eyes, to measure with your eyes. So basically, the more you're doing it, the more you know the things you like and the things you don't like. Yeah, it's the more you do it, the more you know, okay, I like more onions, I like less celery, I like this, I like that. But yeah, so over here I have I'm using canned beans. I didn't have time to boil my beans, so I'm using canned beans. We're trying to make this meal as less stressful as we can, so I'm using 2 canned beans. I'm gonna rinse it out because I just don't like that water, that gooey water on there. It just doesn't sit right with me. So I am gonna wash it, clean it. But if you do have regular beans, you can go ahead and boil it. I just didn't have time to do all that. I'm gonna wash it, clean it, and put it in a pan. It's already fully cooked, so I'm not gonna put it in a pan to actually boil it and make it soft. It's already fully cooked. What I'm gonna do is basically put it in a pan. I'm going to add some onion, some garlic, and some bay leaf just to give my beans some flavor. Because when I'm eating, I like to taste flavor in every piece of my food. So I'm just going to season it and give it some flavor. In all honesty, this step is really optional. You do not have to do this. I just do it because I like to do it. What you can do is just wash your beans and wait for your cassava leaves to get ready and mix it together. But I just like to do this. I like flavor, so this is a step that you can skip. But if you want to do it, this is how I do it. I will slightly boil my beans in medium heat for about 5 minutes. I will do that for 5 minutes and turn off the stove because we're not trying to cook it. We're just trying to get flavor in it. And then the only way that I know that my cassava leaves is ready is when it turns into a pale green. When you get a darker green, that's when you know my cassava is ready. And I'm going to take my beans and mix it all together. Then in a different pan, I'm going to add palm oil. Like I was saying, we really cook with our eyes. They don't really give us a precision of how much oil to put. So I will say I use about half a cup of palm oil. And then I'm going to add a half of an onion and fry it in that palm oil to release all that flavor. After the flavor is released, you can actually smell it. And then you can go ahead and put it inside your cassava leaves and beans.
This one, that one, wanna talk about it. They try to understand how you
So after adding everything in, you can go ahead and mix and blend everything together just to make sure everything is well blended. And then you're going to add a little bit of water. Like I said, we measure with our eyes. So I will tell you guys, I added about a cup of water. After adding a cup of water, you can go ahead and taste and see if you have enough salt. So I didn't. That's why you see me adding one Maggie cube, I'm sorry, one Maggie cube. And then we're gonna let this boil until our sauce is a little thick. We want our sauce to be thick. So don't boil it in high heat where it's gonna burn. Just put it in a medium low heat where it's gonna boil. And mine has been boiling for about good 15 to 20 minutes now, and all the oil has surfaced up, and this is how it's looking.
I guess we're moving real fast, so a little flair about it.
For my sauce, I like a thick consistency with that. If you feel like your sauce is still a little watery, let it cook for a little bit longer just to make sure it thickens up a little bit. This is how I like my Nsaka Madesu to look like. I don't know how you guys like yours. If you like more beans in it, or do you like more pundu in it? So I like more pundu in mine, and then just to have a little splatter of beans here and there. I don't like to put too much beans in mine, but everybody cooks their Nsaka Madesu different, so it depends on how much of pundu you want or how little of beans you want. So it's all up to you.
We got that golden glow.
When I see my palm oil turn dark like this, that's when I know that my Nsaka Madesu is done and ready to eat. So I hope I was clear and thorough enough for you guys in this video. If you do like this type of content, please make sure you subscribe and you turn on that notification bell to get more recipes from me. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on my next video.
They try to understand how you got me, but nobody